Hello and welcome. Today's grammar point is toshite. Now, I want to go ahead and tell you up front that there's another grammar point, which is toshite wa, and the two are completely different. So I just want you to go ahead and remember that. Toshite here is a JLPT 2 grammar point. It's a fairly easy construction. You guys, I'm sure, will be able to remember it really quickly and right away. This is used to express to the listener of what you're saying the functionality or the role or in what capacity an object or person is. Now that may sound a little bit confusing because it's kind of abstract to hear that, but probably the easiest way for us to learn this is to go ahead and take a look at a couple of example sentences. So why don't we go ahead and do that? So here I have 3 sentences prepared for us, and the yellow portions, see these yellow letters here, these I have in yellow so that you can see the particles of the sentence along with the grammar point that we're learning in order to make this a little bit easier to see. Because if you're still studying for the JLPT 2, you're probably not quite used to reading the sentences so much yet. So I'm going to go ahead and dive right in here. So on this first sentence, we have this noun here, which is omae. So you want to be really careful when using this word omae. It's used in 2 scenarios. Either when you really want to show that you're upset with somebody, you would use it towards a stranger or somebody who's just really making you upset. Or to a friend who you have a very, very close relationship with. So you want to be really careful when using this because it's, it's a little bit, I don't want to say derogatory, but it's a little bit of strong language. And then we have this no particle, which is the possession particle. And we have the word tomodachi here. Tomodachi just means friend, just like it does in English. So your friend is what this little construction is here with this no particle, your friend. So we have the introduction of this toshite grammar that we're studying today. So this means in English, as your friend, so in the capacity or the role of the person who he's speaking to's friend. So as your friend, kore. So kore means this. O, ite oku kedo. So this ite is the te form of the verb you, which means to say. And then we have this, this oku, which is connected to this te form. So I'm going to go ahead and circle this here. So you have oku, which is attached to the te form, which means to do something in preparation or in advance for something else. So I'm going to tell you this so you can use it in advance or use it for in the future. It sounds a little bit strange in English, but it's used quite a bit in Japanese. And then we have this here tag, this kedo tag at the end of the sentence. This does mean but. However, in this case, it's used to just soften the sentence a little bit. So let's go ahead and take a look at the overall meaning of this because it may be a little bit confusing. So, omae no tomodachi toshite kore o ite oku kedo. So I'm telling you this as a friend. Okay? And then we have this kanji here, tomodachi. And you can see the construction is to attach this toshite to another noun. Okay, so you would not attach this construction to a verb or or an adjective as such. Okay, let's go ahead and look at example number 2. Okay, so let's go ahead and read this. Kono keitai wa mezamashi doke toshite skatteru. Okay, so we have this kono. Okay, this is a little bit different from kore. If you're studying JLPT 2 grammar, I'm sure you already know this. So I'm going to go ahead and not explain this right now. Next, we have the word keitai. Of course, there's the word keitai denwa, which means cell phone. But oftentimes in spoken Japanese, people just say keitai for short, for cell phone. And then mezamashi doke. Me samas. This means like open your eyes. And then this is a clock. So when you put these all together, this is alarm clock, mezamashi-doke. So let's go ahead and underline our second noun here. And then again, we have our toshite grammar. So in this case, it's saying that, one item is being used in the functionality of another item. Okay, so I'm using this cell phone as an alarm clock. Okay, and I went ahead and showed the using. This is the te form of the verb skao, which means to use. So altogether, we have I'm using this cell phone as an alarm clock. Okay, hopefully that isn't too difficult for you to understand. I'm assuming it'll be fairly easy. And then we have mezamashi-doke, and then toshite, and then again we have, this noun being connected to this toshite grammar structure. Now our third sentence is Kimi no sensei toshite kore o minogasu wake ni wa ikanai. So I want to go ahead and start off with this kimi here. You may already know this. This also means you, and this omae also means you, but the two are very different in meaning. You also want to be careful when using this structure as well. The reason why is because when you use this towards somebody else, it's putting them in a lower status than yourself, okay? And as you can see here, our next noun is sensei, which means teacher. So obviously, if you're somebody else's teacher, you might consider them to be in a lower social status than yourself. So kimi no sensei toshite, so this means as your teacher, and then kore, this means this. Now, by this sentence alone, we don't know exactly what the teacher's talking about. We don't really know what kore is, but that's okay. And then here we have minogasu wake ni wa ikanai. Now, here we have this verb minogasu. Now, this means to kind of let something go or pretend like you didn't see something. And connected to that, we have this wake ni wa ikanai structure. This is also a JLPT 2 structure. It's a little bit beyond the scope of today's lesson. However, I'll just go ahead and let you know it means that you can't do something. And there are, two other ways to say that you can't do something. And this one is a little bit special. But we'll just go ahead and leave it at that for now. And let's take a look at the, the overall meaning of the sentence. So, once again, kimi no sensei toshite kore o minogasu wake ni wa ikanai. So as your teacher, I can't let this go, or I can't pretend that I didn't see this. And then, obviously we have this toshite connected to sensei here, and this they get connected right here. They're kind of split by an imaginary wall. And, I think that's about it. Please let me know if you have any questions. Feel free to post. And I will see you next time. Thank you very much.